Hi. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. I'm playing a dangerous game right now. Okay, hold on. Give me a sec. I don't. I know. The purpose of this stream is basically to reveal. I wouldn't say new model. Because can you guys see me right now? I'm like at the very bottom. You can see like the top of my horns. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. You know what? Let me actually move myself up a bit. Okay. So yeah, I wouldn't say new model because this is basically the old one. It's got like the same. Oh geez, I'm not in a comfort. Let me just finish quickly, okay? It's the same outfit, same hairstyle, everything, just like with an improved art style, I guess, and just improved stuff, right? That's what I meant by 3.0, I guess. I just didn't want to call it a new model. Like, if I was to say new model, I would have had like a new outfit. But I like this one. I like this one. So I'm going to stick with this one. Okay. Enough. Time for the reveal. I don't want to. I'm actually going to like link the stream to the Itch.io like website. So I don't want to get too into my model here. If you know what like we're doing today. So yeah, I don't want to like get too into this, but yeah, basically, you know what, let me just remove myself first. Hey! Hey! Yeah, hi. Hi. Yeah, the rest is like, okay, I actually did redraw the entire body. I know it looks exactly the same, but, trust me, I did redraw the entire, like, body. So yeah, there's not much to see. There's not much to see, except for, like, the face, I guess. I added a bit of, like, the bounce physics are a bit more, like, visible, and yeah. Hey. I mean, I guess, like, the rest is, like, I like the mouth, though. I think the mouth is, like, more expressive, to say the least. Well, that's not saying much, though, but yeah, there's really not much new things to see. I guess you could just glaze it when I stream today, but, basically, if you don't know, you know how I've been talking about, like, rebooting my, oh geez, rebooting Lecturing Poison. If you don't know what Lecturing Poison is, it is my Ren'py game that when I was on 1.0, like my 1.0 motto, I showed you guys, like, I played through the prologue or, like, the demo for you guys. Yeah, that was a couple of months ago. But, well, I decided to reboot it, and I think I showed you guys, like, yeah, okay, I remember. I showed you guys, like, the improved, like, home screen and, like, everything, but it's just, like, when I showed you guys that, I didn't have, like, a prologue written out yet, but now I do. So, and it's actually, on itch.io right now. I'm pretty sure YouTube lets me put links in my, description now. So, the link is in the description where I usually put, like, what game I'm playing. Yeah, I put the link there. If you guys want to check it out, it's free. Yeah, if you want to download that after I play, feel free. But, if you don't want if you don't want any spoilers, I guess, then, don't watch the stream, because I'm going to play through that entire thing. Yeah? What else is new? Let me just zoom in, like, on the face of it. Ah! You see the eye physics? I'm not really, like, since I draw my eyes, like, really small, I just don't really have, like, the, space to, put a lot of detail in the eyes, but, I did try I guess. I don't know how to explain. Hi. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me just go. So, okay. Okay. So I cleared persistent. Okay, I'm not sure how the audio is gonna go though. Cause I remember last time I played the game, right? And, like, the audio was, like, all messed up because, like, at some point the audio was perfect and I just turned it down and it wasn't perfect. And also I don't think you guys are gonna be able to hear every single, like, SFX, like, the sound effects, because some of them are extremely quiet. So I don't know how to do, like, I don't know, like, how to make them louder, I guess. I mean, I do, but it's like I don't at the same time. And also, if you make them louder, then, like, there's some sound effects that are, like, extremely loud, and so I just added, okay, let me open the game really quick, okay? So I just, like, added, oh yeah, I also changed this. Sorry, I just added, like, a, default, like, sound, volume thing, so you guys don't get blasted with, like, sound effects, so, yeah, because also some, like, Jesus Christ, I'm tripping today. Some music is also, like, louder than others, so let's turn that on. I don't have voice acting, so yeah. I also fixed, like, a lot of, like, one thing that is the same though is the tutorial, so I fixed a lot of like the spelling errors for that. So yeah. Okay, enough. Let's go. Okay. Actually, I'll also be like, while I'm playing, I'll also be talking about like the sort of like the process, I guess, because there's like a lot. Like I said, I posted this on itch.io, and there's gonna be a lot of information regarding the game on there. But like one thing, there's also like I also made a devlog, right? So you could like see more into it. I think like I explained a lot of this stuff already on stream, but there's also stuff I didn't put like through like the process, which I'm gonna be talking about as I play today. So look forward to that. I don't know how long it's gonna last. Like actually, the thing is, I never actually like played. Okay, yeah, I played through it, but it's like I never actually played through it like slow, I guess. Like when I did, it was usually to fix like, you know, the spelling errors. So hopefully I don't have any spelling errors. I know like last time I played, there was a bunch of spelling errors. Also, if you guys want to like compare this one to the other one, I am not uploading the old one on the itch.io. That is an embarrassment. But you could just watch like my old VOD, I guess, for it. All the characters' names are the same. Their backgrounds are a bit different now. I don't think I actually explained it. Should I like explain it? Oh well, we'll explain it in the game. The game will explain it, and yeah, okay. So actually, I originally thought I lost like the game file for the original Luxury and Poison, cause like I actually used the exact same file. I just fixed the, oh my god. Give me a second, okay? Sorry, my bad, I'm back. Okay, so originally I thought that like I lost the file to the original Luxury and Poison because like I used the same file, right? But then I forgot that I uploaded, like I compiled it and then uploaded somewhere else, so technically I have to link for it, and I just downloaded it. It kind of messed up my Ren'py though, because like all the file names are like exactly the same, so it's kind of weird. But I'm pretty sure this one's like not mixed up, so it's fine. And naturally it starts with tutorial. I actually just like got lazy and just used the exact same like background space for it, but yeah, I just want to skip the tutorial. Yeah, I give a few warnings. There will be swearing as well as like, you know, blood in minor amounts. It's nothing like as hardcore as the last one, because I know the last time I was just like, oh, how can I make this like messed up? So I added a bunch of stuff like amputation and like all the drug lord stuff. No, none of that is gonna be here. The storyline, I completely changed it. So again, like on my itch.io, you can like find like the long like description for like the plot. Obviously, like I put it in on itch.io because like the prologue doesn't actually like doesn't include everything that I wanted to, you know, do. Because listen, okay, I had like a script written out for this, and the thing about the script is that only options in the prologue doesn't have like long-term effects. So I could have extended it to make everything like make sense, I guess, for like the demo. But then like the choices made are gonna have an effect, which doesn't really work out. So yeah, just bear with me. If you want to know like the entire plot, all you gotta do is like, you know, read the thing, and of course the full game is gonna have all of it. So the game might glitch a bit because this file's a bit slow. I said this. I don't think, actually, you know what this thing is? This file actually glitches a lot less than the last Luxury and Poison. If you remember, like every time we try to like make a move, like the last window for the last game, it just kept crashing, and this one doesn't do that. So hopefully it actually works when people download it, because I don't know what to do if it crashes. The file's very big. Wait, actually, I just added a thing. I was like, the game I was glitching it a bit slow because this file was bigger than I stopped myself. The file's very big. Yeah, also the thing about the sound, I don't recommend putting it to the highest because there will be sounds that cause me a bunch of jump scares. So, however, some effects are like quieter than others, and I'll actually explain which ones they are. If you probably can't hear it, and I'll explain like you're very welcome to critique it. That helps me improve. But please don't insult it too much. Yeah. Just don't be too mean. Alright, let's see the tutorial then. Alright, this is like about all the same, except like I replaced the images to fit the new game. So if you want to change like preferences, it'll be in preferences. Click the escape key to access the main menu. Choices made in a prologue will not affect the storyline. There's actually one choice here that in the full game will actually affect character relationships a bit, but it's not too bad. And the gallery displayed in CGs it doesn't give any LP points though. You can access the gallery through the button in the main menu or the game menu. Be sure to save regularly. You may access your saves anytime within the load screen. If you wish to delete your saves, you can hover over the save file and hit delete on your keyboard. And for more options, it's right here. So yeah, be careful what choices you make. Yeah. Oh yeah, caution signs. I actually added this. I wasn't planning to like. This wasn't going to be. Well, this is not in the prologue. You don't have to worry about it. But if I was to make like. Okay, just imagine like months ago, okay, when I made the first Dream Poison, this was not going to be there, but then I decided, you know what? This is actually important. Along the way, when game flashes a caution sign like this, before it is a critical choice, and it flashes 3 times, careful of that. Critical choices will have major impacts on the story and character relationships and endings, so choose very carefully. It is different from a normal choice, which only affects LP points and information gained. If you're unsure what choices to make, keep in mind these points. 1, they'll remember every choice you make, obviously. 2, refer to past dialogue or text for clues. 3, consider their personalities. And you are playing the demo of the game, so LP points and endings does not matter. So rest assured, thank you for enjoying the game. Also, another thing, actually, there's so many things I want to talk about. I don't actually know. There's actually, I counted the lines, okay, in Google Docs for the last game, last prologue and this prologue, and this one's got more lines. I don't know what to say about that, but I hope it's actually longer than the last one, because, yeah. For the sake of it, we're just going to go with MC name, because that's the name I came up for the name of MC. Well, in the coding, so. And here we have a splash screen that I made. This is going to appear, like, every single chapter, by the way. And I don't think this is going to appear. I was actually planning to make one of these for every single background, but I decided, nah. Also, the background is made from Roblox Studio. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so, oh, jeez, what was that noise? Okay. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's a bit loud. Let me just turn it down. Okay. So. Okay. So, what was I gonna say? Yeah, MC name would be just referred to as agent number 823. I'll explain why, because it's kind of a thing important to the storyline, but yeah. And I'll explain, like, so, later on, they'll actually explain, like, everything. They're not gonna explain everything, obviously, in the beginning, but at some point, MC name is gonna explain stuff. I found the target's whereabouts. East Side Warehouse, first floor, a woman in her 20s. Do you think I need to take care of her? Stay out of sight first. I wonder if I can do the voice. That's like, stay out of sight. You know, like the receiver thing? Yeah. Refer to the MOS. MOS stands for Ministry of Security. I'll explain why. Instruction manual on extermination procedure. We will be sending in agent number 358 soon. Agent number 358, if you look at the info sheets, that's Cassius. Where is he? Isn't he supposed to be a 2-person mission? Something important came up, but he should be on his way. Do what you can to hold him off until then. Roger. And here we have our first typo. Wow. Hey, that's an honest mistake, okay? 3 E's, that's an honest mistake. Like, I have bad eyes, okay? Don't judge me. Doesn't seem like it's noticed me. Cassius will be here soon. Should I just keep an eye on that until then? Not a chance. first things first. And we have, yeah, I use the image button system. Well, let's recall training manual. Page number 234, the Ministry of Security. Yeah, Ministry of Security. Field Agent Instruction Manual, Chapter 5, Section 3. Every Evelings, they're called Evelings, have heightened senses and thus must be defeated with the defense agency's specially crafted firearms supplied to every trusted agent. By the way, if you're confused, the prologue will explain everything, okay? Nobody just starts off explaining everything. Okay, some people do, but like, still. It'll explain later, so if you're confused, just wait a moment, okay? Okay, let me turn up. Okay. Ah! Despite that, they're still able to detect bullets with their eyes, so hit their wings first when their back is turned. Evelings are not immune to pain, and thus injuring their wings will distract them significantly. When they are distracted, go for the eyes. Move quickly and finish them off. Do not, under any circumstances, hesitate. I'm ready now. Leave them turns. Okay, let me actually, this is actually the most like, in the prologue, this is like one of the most brain farting like things that I did. Cause, okay, okay, here, look what happens, okay? When I choose the wrong choice first, it goes, Evelyn saw your, okay, that Evelyn should be capitalized, saw your bullet coming and dodged out of the way. It didn't see me, did it? I quickly used the wall to shield my body. Evelyn continued where I left off. Looks like that wasn't it. Let me try again. So let's go for the right option first. The bullet hits the Evelyn's right on the back as a twist in pain. And then you go for the eyes. With it distracted, your bullet easily hits his eyes. You fire another shot which hits your shoulder. Actually, the choice that I did, I was experimenting. Actually, let me move myself up a bit because I look weird. Ugh. I was experimenting with the true and false function, actually. You know, if this happens and that happens, I'll show you what it does, okay? Just remember that we made a mistake, okay? And I'll show you what it does. And now the finishing blow. Aiming at the Evelyn's head, I prepare to shoot when. There we go. That's the first animated CG. Actually, the CGs this time, I actually added like more layers to it, so it definitely moves more than the CGs from the first one, as you can see. But it looks a bit bland though. Oh well, I added the full image in the gallery, so that's automatically unlocked, so. Because this is a lot, like zoomed in a lot. Cassius! Out of nowhere, Cassius comes in and slices Evelyn's head clean off. If there's one thing I know, this guy always keeps his blades sharp. Were you purposefully waiting for me to finish it off? Sorry, I can't do a guy voice. Like, this is why I don't have voice acting for this game, because I would voice act all of them myself, but as you can see, I am not great at doing male voices. Like hell I was, because it looks like you were just standing there. Oh, didn't give me that crap. Oh yeah, another thing I forgot to mention. I forgot to mention a lot of things. So for the first, MC's personalities, actually, if you don't know, like the last one, I try to make them as insufferable as possible, if you haven't noticed. And they're supposed to go through like, that's like for character development. This one, I just made her like really laid back and just like, you know, yeah. Well, not that laid back, but still, you know, not as insufferable. Don't give me that crap. I could have done just as good, slow or not. And naturally, I changed like all their models and yeah, reanimated all of them. Your fault for missing the, okay, look, it says your fault for missing the shot and not remembering when to shoot, what to shoot, what order to shoot, right? So if we go back, okay, go back. Okay, and we make the right choice this time. Go for the wings first, and then go for the eyes, right? Bitch. Okay, wait. Sorry, give me a second. That is not how this is supposed to go. Ah. Okay. Yeah. I need to go back. Go back. Okay. So we go for the wings first, and then we go for the eyes. And he says, look what he says. He says, but I suppose I'll give it to you for actually remembering correctly when to shoot. Yeah, that was the me trying out the if function. So in the later games, it's gonna like, you know, choices are actually gonna matter. This one was actually hard though, because I don't know how to explain this. Okay, so you have like a bunch of labels, right? When you make the right choice, no, before the choices, you label the, let's call it like missing, okay, like missing the shot. Let's call it missing. So you label it as false. The default is false, right? So if you make the right choice, the missing will continue to be false, okay? However, if you make the wrong choice, then the missing will turn into true, right? But then the thing is, if you miss, you go right back to when you make the choices, right? So that's where the problem came, because if it turns true, you go right back, then the option turns into false. Therefore, when you make the right choice again, then missing is still going to be false. So here, Cassius, if missing is false, he says, but I suppose I'll give it to you for remembering when to shoot and where. But if missing is true, he says the other thing. It's like, oh, it's your fault for not remembering. Yeah, that's where the problem was, because if it went back, then it's false either way. So it's technically impossible for you to get the true statement. Therefore, I had to make a whole new label for when you miss the shot. And it has to be the exact same like dialogue, because nothing actually happens until now. And this is like, if missing equals blah blah blah, then this happens, and then else that happens. So yeah. Okay, moving on. Okay, now we have calm music. I'll turn the volume up because it's not as intense. So what's the deal with you anyways? Why were you so late? Actually, about that. And suddenly the body of the decapitated alien began to charge towards us. Watch out. In a swift motion, Cassius wasted no time cutting off the limbs of the creature. Oh, this is why I was late. What's with that thing? Don't they usually die after decapitation? They do. Well, at least they're supposed to. I don't follow. The light lieutenant called me and told me that this one was experiencing abnormalities different than the average evelings. Abnormalities? That's right. At first, the higher-ups thought this might just be another case of an unsurveillanced mutant. But its behavior... Actually, another thing, I recommend, if you guys want to download this game, I recommend you download it like a couple minutes after the stream, because I need to fix the, I'll actually give it an hour, actually. Because I need to fix the typos and upload a whole new like thing, so don't download it yet, guys, please. But its behavior didn't seem like it at all, and it looks like they were right. Cassius looks down at the body of the eveling, still desperately trying to move with even without most of its body parts. Maybe it's because this one's still a mutant and hasn't fully turned yet? That can't be true. Eveling transformations, the brain is the first and last to be affected. The fact is, one was out of control means the transformation had already been completed. Does the Ministry of Science know about this? If they did, it would have been entered into the Ministry of Security database, but the Colonial found no such thing. Anyways, the others called the Ministry of Science and asked if they had some abnormal discoveries lately. And those snails took forever, despite it clearly being an emergency. Not to mention their chief executive was probably off on his own again. Looks like nothing's new. Either way, they obviously didn't know about this, which makes things even stranger. All agents are required to contact the Ministry of Science as soon as possible after unusual discoveries. The best thing to do now is to report back and send this one off to the Ministry of Science first and await the results. That would be best, I suppose. Cassius begins to dial that number. Not long after, someone picked it up and Cassius began filling them in on the situation. You know, for Ministry of Science, they sure live up to their name. Usually when you dial them, they seem uninterested. But the moment you need help with the unknown, it's like they're racing to send people to investigate. Due to certain circumstances, I see the chief executive quite a lot, and he does nothing but research, and more research. His secretary does all the paperwork for him. I heard he would stay in the lab for days on end. But he does live up to his title, I guess. I wonder if he's going to show up after hearing the news. They should be here soon, and we can wait for them. We got another job to finish. Yeah, want to bet on how long they'll take to get here? Just watch. We're not going to be even out the store, and they're going to be here. Well, that's not much to bet off. Watch. 3, 2, 1. And I don't know if you guys can hear that door sound effect, but yeah. There was a slamming door sound effect. I have the normal, like, opening door sound effect, and then I have the slamming the door open or shut. As soon as Cassie's voice faded on one, a flurry of scientists burst through the door. I just wish they were as fast when dealing with other things. Hey, isn't that? And here we have Eugene. Actually, maybe I should have. Nah. Since MC name, because you're in the perspective of MC right now, so she knows his. I mean, not she. Sorry, they know his name. Sorry, she is kind of default. Okay, MC name does not have a set gender. You can call them whatever you want. So, but like for the sake of it, I'm gonna call them they. But if I call them like any other gender, it's on accident. Okay. Well, he seems excited. Why am I not surprised this is the way to get him out of... Ugh. Why am I not surprised that this is the way to get him out of the lab? Now then, shall we go? I suppose. Oh, and don't forget to wipe that blood off her face. You look weird. Whose fault is it that it splashed on me in the first place? Okay, so here MC name is going to explain, like, the whole ordeal, okay? By the way, this is still Roblox. I don't know if you can tell or not, but I just, Genesis District. The largest of the 5 districts created after, I don't know if district is supposed to be capitalized, but whatever. After the appearance of the evening mutations, or virus, I'm not sure what to call it, but still. About a century or two ago, people began to notice changes in their bodies. The weird thing about it was, all the changes seemed to be the same for every person. At first, no one thought much of it and just thought it was a harmless change that could be studied and cured in time. But after a few months, after the complete change of their appearance, their mental state became that of feral animals. Let's just say what happened next wasn't pretty. Due to the time it took for them to transform, humanity had the ability to stabilize itself. This is actually this is not completely post-apocalyptic. This is like semi-post-apocalyptic, if I don't know how to explain. So yeah, and thus Genesis District was built. The district is ran by 7 branches of government. The Prime Ministry, in charge of the overall affairs of the district and oversees needs and demands of the other branches. The Ministry of Security, the ministry Cassius and I work for, is pretty self-explanatory. Defend the people and the district for being our top priority. The Ministry of Affairs, in charge of mainly the media and handling broadcast and public knowledge. The Ministry of Health, also pretty self-explanatory. The Ministry of Welfare, in charge of the well-being of the people alongside the Ministry of Health. Actually, it's kind of unclear what they do since they're not very public-friendly these days. And the Ministry of Science, also pretty closed off, but the Ministry of Science is also pretty closed off. I don't think I've ever seen members of the Ministry of Welfare running around. The Ministry of Law, in charge of upholding the rules and punishing those that wishes to do harm, including the Prime Minister. The Ministry of Science, in charge of researching the phenomenon, developing chemicals, and supplying the affairs and health. Everyone's here got their own citizen number in order to keep track of them in case they start to show signs of mutations. Now you know why. Well, agent numbers and citizenship numbers are basically the same thing, so yeah. It's not exactly ideal, but it's for the best. And it's not like the Ministry of Security is killing all those who shows mutation signs. I just realized that MC name is literally the equivalent to Y/N, but MC name is way better than Y/N. Y/N is corny. I mean, cliche. MC name is like a cultural reason. Okay, anyways, the normal civilians don't live in fear as most mutations are supervised. It's not exactly complete apocalypse, but some mutants do go unnoticed and eventually turn into evelings. And thus, the dispatches of agents from the Ministry of Security to solve the issue. The eveling mutation, it's also going to explain the mutations later, so don't worry about that. And today is just an average day of doing my job. Hey Cassius, do we have to go? The Colonial were already over dispatches on general commissions anyways. You got another plan for where to go? Of course! I actually spent time on the mini pictures on last time where I just threw everything together. Of course, you know what we always do when we get annoyed at a Colonial for making us work overtime. Since we know he's not here, let's sneak into his office and pull a prank. You can I don't know if you can tell, but she's holding, fuck me. They're holding a whoopee cushion and Yes, the aftermath will definitely be light. Not like the Colonial could just give us more, the most basic jobs for a week straight. In my opinion, that's the one thing worse than overtime. I still remember the day we spent 3 hours trying to get that cat off the tree because it kept scratching us. What? I thought you and that feline got on pretty well. Fuck off. If you're that bored, we could probably afford to pay a visit to the main Ministry of Science building. How is this my life? Well, we are in the capital of Genesis District, and it's not exactly famous for its entertainment elements as it serves as defense for the entire district. There's not really time or space to entertain its civilians. I don't know if you guys can hear the audio. I keep thinking it's too loud, but... Because, like, I can see, like, the audio, like, right here. It's about, like, the same. It's reaching the same height as, like, the audio input. So I'm just like, man. There's really no time or space to entertain civilians. And I know all too well that the Prime Minister doesn't let you leave the capital. Tell me about it. Either stay in the capital or take 100 bodyguards with you. Not to mention was one of the many conditions he set to let me join the Ministry of Security. Did I say Ministry of Security? To finally let me join the Ministry. Well, I guess you can... No doubt he bargained with the higher-ups. I don't even understand him sometimes. Hey, why don't you and I sneak out sometimes? You can access the entire district, right? You must be joking. If I do that, I'll lose my job. After I get chewed out by the Colonial for hours on end, the Prime Minister will have my head. Oh, come on, he's not that bad. You'd be surprised. We're here. Actually, look, they're saying, like, and it looks like the job was finished by how many people are crowded here. I, like, considered adding, like, mob people, like, right here when I, like, uploaded this, but I think I forgot or something, and so now it's empty, and so then they're like, it looks like a job was finished by how many people are crowded here, and there's, like, nobody here. Quite a lot of people here. I'm assuming the job's already done. Read my mind. What the hell are these people looking at? The remains of a deceased evening, I hope. Of the deceased, yeah, there's more than one. Okay, that one. It works. Okay, it works. That's always entertaining, I guess. Or maybe someone recognized the Evelings as their own family member and is making a scene? That is highly unlikely. Why do you say that? You worked in this ministry long enough. You should know this by now. After a person is detected to have the Eveling mutation within their system, they are taken away by the Ministry of Security. For months, they will stay in confinement until they eventually turn into an Eveling. By that time, most of their original features would have changed. If you haven't caught on yet, okay? People who are suspected of having the Eveling mutations, right? They haven't fully turned yet. They're called mutants. But when they fully turn, then they're called Evelings, okay? Aside from a few things, such as weight, I suppose. Either way, all Evelings will almost all look the same, so it's unlikely someone would recognize them. And even if they did, it would make no difference. I mean, there might be ways if they get a checkup, but they're gonna have to check with the Ministry of Science, and ordinary civilians are normally not allowed to enter the building. Jeez. It's for the best, though I'm quite the believer that Genesis government has the people's best interest at heart, myself. He would be. It's not like I have anything against the mundane life here. Oh jeez. I keep clicking like enter and it's just like not loading, and I click it again and it's just like skip 2 of them. People really get hurt and the government is quick when it comes to threats. I don't know, but it just seems like something is off. I mean, have you ever seen a place that's this peaceful in an apocalyptic setting? Still, I guess I should be thankful that people aren't screaming for their lives every day. Wait a minute. What's that on the roof? And here we have the second CG of... Yep. No, that's an Eveling. By the looks of it, they've almost completely transformed, or has already. If you read the info sheets, you would know if you read the info sheets before all of this, then you would know, like, you know, most of their information, or like their basic information at the very least. But I was actually hold on a second, let me think. What was the word for it? I was debating whether or not for the info sheets I should like add like a block to them or persistent to them, so that like when it would unlock the first time, well, when you meet like a character for the first time, but then I decided against it, so yeah. They've almost completely transformed our house already. Either way, they should be in the confinement center. Should I say something about this? The evening turns and looks my way. Shh. Doesn't seem like anyone's noticed him. If I say something now, with this many people around, it'll surely cause a huge scene. I looked over at Cassius, who was still trying to see the deal with the commotion. Guess everybody's too busy with their own things. But when I looked back, he was gone. Okay, I think we're done here. What are you looking at? Did you see the evening just now? What? The corpses? They've already been taken care of. No, I mean the live ones that was just sitting on the roof. It could control itself? I mean, yeah, it didn't want me. Okay, fuck me. It should be, it looked like it didn't want me to tell anyone they were there. Ah. Might be an escaped mutant, then someone will track him down when they realize he escaped the confinement center. I suppose. I literally looked over like spelling errors 5 times and there's still spelling errors. I swear to God, I can't keep doing this. Anyways, is the job finished? Yes, we came a bit late, so it's all been taken care of. Well, since our help isn't needed here, why don't we... He's coming this way. What are you talking... Turning around, I see the colonial walking right towards us. And here we have another, like, you know, custom buttons, because I love custom, like, buttons. Either face him or run. Let's do run, because it's funnier. Cassius hurried up. Let's make a run for it. But as soon as I took the first steps... Now, where do you think you two are going? I knew we couldn't escape. Shut up. You two were up to some mischief again, huh? Considering you came this late. No, sir, we would never. Yeah, we were doing our job so diligently. That's why we were late. What he said. Sure, let's leave it at that. If you can, well, now that the job is done, now that the job is done anyway. Oh my fucking God, there's another typo. I would fix it right now, but it's like, it's not like I'm uploading it right now, so, you know what, we just have to go play through with it. We'll be on our way. Also, just look at the colonial, okay? See, I, like, semi-animated him. Like, you could just, like, see the hair and, like, the eyes, yeah. I animated him. He's got, like, 3 expressions, I guess. MC name, you need to go to the Ministry of Science. Why? I don't know anything about research. It's the orders from the Prime Minister, I'm afraid. No dishing out on this one. Oh, it's that kind of visit. Great, so I'm off. You're driving. Cheer up. This will be the last task for today, at least. We should have pulled that prank. Guess there's no ditching this one. Come on. Man, this is all your fault. Mine? Yes, if you didn't suggest we would go to the Ministry of Science, then the Colonial wouldn't have required us to go. Don't you know he has telepathic powers? He must have heard you talk about it from a mile away. No, he doesn't. And even if he does, I don't think that's how telepathy works. Someone's gonna have to take the blame for my frustration. I volunteer the Prime Minister. Wait, you have a point. Either way, I'm sure the Prime Minister has his own reasons scheduled to check up this often. Though I wouldn't doubt it if he had a whole intelligence unit to follow you 24/7 and give him reports every 5 seconds. Please don't give him any ideas. He's overbearing enough already. Must be nice, though, having someone who cares for you that much. The Prime Minister is basically Lucian, okay? From the, if you don't know, yeah, the Prime Minister is basically Lucian from the original Luxury Poison. They sort of have the same sort of roles, I guess, but it's just like a bit different. Actaeon is still Lucian's right-hand man, except this time he's his secretary, I guess. Tell me about it. I'm sure the Colonial cares for you just as much. Cassius said nothing and simply smiled. Anyways, why are we getting all sentimental and stuff? You want to wait for me? Then we can get wasted? Nice try, but I got things to do. You're gonna have to handle Faust on your own. Faust is Eugene's last name, by the way. Ooh. So sometimes they'll actually, like, when they're trying to be more formal or whatever, but like not call him Eugene. They'll just call him Faust, but it's the same person. Wait, Cassius, have you ever been to the confinement center? Which one? There's more than one? I mean, yeah, why wouldn't there be? If you're talking about the one next to the Ministry of Science building, then no. You could probably ask Eugene what's in there. I doubt he'll tell you though. Could be me overthinking, but why does it seem like he's avoiding this topic? This is not gonna, it's gonna be like expanded on in the full game, so. Alas, here we're here again. Maybe I should have said, here we go again. Almost all the researchers probably know me by now. I can't help but wonder if this is Lucien's attempt to get me to join the Ministry of Science instead. Well, you're on your own now. Fuck off. I gave him my middle finger as he drove away. On the side, there seems to be some people struggling to get a new test subject in the lab. I can't see what it is. Oh well. Excuse me, I'm looking for Eugene. Oh yes, he's in the usual room. Please, come this way. Of course he is. No use thinking about it. Let's get this over with. Here you go. Eugene, are you in here? And here we have this third CG of Eugene. MC name, Eugene. By the way, you see the backgrounds for all these CGs? Yeah, I drew them myself, but I traced from Roblox Studio. But don't worry, I built them myself, so. Well, not like, no, I built like the overall myself, not like the 3D models, okay? Eugene just stared at me blankly, test tube in hand. This is so awkward. I'm here for the blood test. Lucien wanted me to come in for another blood test. You'd think I'd be used to this by now. But talking to him is still so awkward. Eugene continued to examine the tube in his hands. A second. Okay. Moments later, Eugene finally puts down the tube and starts to click away on his computer. Also, he's gonna, I think it's right here where he starts to explain like the evening mutations. By the way, I am not a scientist, so any of you scientists looking at this, don't come for me, okay? I don't study biology. I can only assume Lucien sent him some sort of email that he forgot to look at. Arm, right. I gave him my arm and he proceeds to repeat the process of the blood test again. I wonder if this would be a good idea to ask him about the abnormal evening earlier today. Eugene, can you tell me about the situation with the evening today? Evening is also supposed to be capitalized. I heard there's something different about it. It's like they spoke the magical words because Eugene's face suddenly lit up. Do you know how the evening mutations begin? Not exactly. You see, our researchers discovered that the start is due to a new type of bacteria. New bacteria? That's right. The interesting about it is the mutations only form if the bacteria enters through the head. If it entered anywhere else, it would have been killed off by the white blood cells long before it reaches the brain. So why the head? You know, when the body detects an inferior part of the body, the brain sends a signal for the immune system to destroy it. I do now. So what if the bacteria infects the brain first? The evening virus travels to the brain and messes with the signals for the immune system. That way, when it releases offsprings, they're free to infect other cells without needing to fear the body's defense system. To be precise, it doesn't necessarily shut down the immune system, but rather, it causes it to think of the virus cells as a regular part of the body. So when the virus is in the system, it almost just blends in with any other cell. That's what makes making cures or vaccines so difficult. As time goes by, the virus mutates more cells, slowly changing the appearance of an individual. And once every cell has been infected, it'll latch onto the brain, causing the feral nature of the virus. It's the same for every person who's been infected. There's mental and physical change. Some of their senses might improve, but that's about it. Of course, this one is quite different. It's likely the virus is attempting to mutate. So what's gonna happen if it does? It's not gonna look very pretty. I'm sure you're aware that the Ministry of Science is under a lot of pressure to research vaccines and cures already. After all those mutants are waiting in confinement, hoping the cure will be developed before their transformation is complete. And although I love new discoveries, a new variant is not going to go well. The mystery heads might even start pushing for Eugene stops. For what? Actually, that's not the first case of abnormality. Seems like he's trying to change the subject. This will also, like, all of this is also a part of the main plot, right? So I don't want to reveal too much. I won't pry too deeply today. There's another case. Yes, but this case is a bit different. Come here. Actually, did I add, like, the door opening as sound effect? Eugene leads me to another room, which looks a bit like a confinement chamber. And in the locked room, it's the evening I saw earlier. Looks like you really did escape confinement. You'll meet him later, though. You won't meet him now. You'll meet him later. This is quite the special case. How so? His evening transformation has long been completed, and yet it doesn't seem like anything's changed. Should not be. There should not be a thing next to S for me. Changed with his mental state. But how's that possible? If we manage to figure that out, then we just might find the solution to the evening mutation. That's suddenly a beeping sound rang out the room. I'm not sure if you heard the beeping sound. I did. I'm not sure if you did or not. So, and Eugene looks at his watch. The blood test is done. Before I can ask further, Eugene leads me out of the room. I'm so excited to show you guys what like Lucien looks like now, because I'm actually really proud of it. Eugene looks at his computer and begin writing down results. I should be out of here, so there it is. MC name. I recognize that voice anywhere. Isn't he so pretty? I'm so proud of this. He looks so much prettier than like the last time. Oh god. Are you okay? You didn't get hurt, did you? I heard there's blood. I'm fine. Oh no, you don't look good. I heard you got covered in evening blood. Do you know how dangerous that is? You're killing me. Not me. I told you to be careful or else you could be infected. I'm gonna die before I get infected. Ugh, this is why I told you to not join the Ministry of Security. Think about how your poor brother would think if the blood tests were positive. Ugh. Eventually, I managed to pry Lucien off me before I suffocated. Prime Minister? Eugene, how are the test results? Are they okay? Eugene hands over the papers he was working on. Frantically, Lucien begins to skim through it. A few moments later, he breathes a sigh of relief. Jeez, don't scare me like that. He does realize I've been doing this job for 3 years, right? I'm fine. You realize you don't have to freak out every time something happens. Minor happens, right? Minor? We talked about this. I'm not gonna explain this to you again. Maybe I wouldn't explain if my brother didn't freak out over a little blood. I'm tired of this. Whatever. I'm sure Eugene is dying to tell you things instead of hearing us argue. Lucien turns to Eugene. Eugene, is it true that evening virus might be evolving? We suspected it. Nothing's been confirmed. This is the second case of abnormality, so it's very likely to be a fluke. In any case, the Ministry of Science is currently doing their best to produce test results, so rest assured. That's right. Please report to me as soon as possible. I guess I should be thankful the public hadn't gotten a word of this, otherwise handling the aftermath will be a pain. Yes, sir. Eugene walks off. Lucien turns to me. Now then, you should be off today, right? Yeah, my shift's over today. You're going straight home today. Lucien, I'm 25 years old. I can take care of myself. Yes, I know, but... Lucien stops himself. You'll understand why I'm doing this when you're older. This is actually a very important part of the plot, by the way. Trust me, I have a whole script. It's like 50 pages written out of the important details, not the fillers, but just the important details. And I can tell you that this is actually important to the final thing. By older, if you mean when I'm 90, I don't have the patience for that. Ugh, I can't do this today. Just listen to me for today, alright? I still have work to do, so I shall return to the office. Careful on your way back. Ha, he thinks he can tell me what to do. As soon as he leaves, I'm headed for the pub. I know that look on your face, you know. What look? The look of, as soon as he leaves, I'm headed for the pub. Lucien raises an eyebrow. Damn, you're good. Which is precisely why I brought Actaeon with me today. I'm so proud of Actaeon's model. Hey! You're joking. Actaeon, Lucien's secretary, dog, you see what I did there? Suddenly appears in the doorway. He's also stupidly annoying because Lucien knows I wouldn't be able to go anywhere under his watch. Now then, I trust with him, you'll finally follow my orders. Not like I have a choice now. Great, then it's settled. Off we go. Wipe that smug look off your face, Actaeon. You're obviously enjoying this. To see you get taken down a peg? Hell yeah. You know, I have like these like codes. When you, you know these different expressions? Yeah, so unlike normal like unanimated sprites where you just go like show character name, happy or whatever, you have to do this in like MO, right? Like MO and then like whatever like number you want. So I have like this thing, like this chart for like whatever expression is what number, right? I think the wink is like 5, right? For like every character. At some point I wanted like to make like a wink for like Cassius, but then I would keep forgetting that Cassius can't wink because he only has one eye. Jesus. Oh, Jesus Christ. Sorry about that. My microphone almost fell off the table. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, ignore that. Let's just continue. Oh god. You know, I'm actually quite curious about the abnormal evening. Even if it is a fluke, the human body doesn't just stay alive after being decapitated. I once read somewhere that it may move for a few seconds or minutes after having lost its head, but I heard that the body is still moving. Besides, it beats staying home for the rest of the night when it's only the afternoon. Hey Actaeon, what? You gonna try and trick me into taking you somewhere? I mean, I was gonna ask you to see, the normal subject taken in the Ministry of Science earlier today. You realize that the Ministry of Science containment building just oh my god, won't let just anyone enter, right? Figured. Cassius could have just told me that place was off limits. He had to make it seem like it was some sort of secret fight club. Now then, if you have no more suggestions, then let's... Suddenly a woman stumbled in front of us. Ma'am, are you okay? Jeez, she looks pale. Stand back. As the woman got closer, Actaeon put his arm between me and her. It's... what's going on? She been infected? But that can't be possible. The evening transformations take months and she doesn't even have white hair. No, wait, that's not it. That's empty. Let me see that. Ugh. Startled, I reached for my gun when... Get back. And... Let me see if I can time this correctly, okay? There we go. I timed this correctly. Okay, bang. Ugh. The bullet hit the evening in the middle of the forehead, but Actaeon showed no signs of stopping. Bang. 3 more shots and it finally falls down unmoving. This is even more different than the last 2. Are you okay? I'm fine, but this... I know. We don't have time to chat here. Call Eugene and inform him of this immediately. Right. It's highly unlikely that these are all flukes. I agree. I contacted the Ministry of Science already, but judging by how many people have gathered and already seen the woman transform, no doubt this won't be a silent thing. And to think Lucien was just talking about this. In any case, I'll have to contact Lucien. You and I are going right back to Eugene's lab. We don't know how many new we don't know how this new variant infects, and there are too many people here. As much as I like to oppose this idea, it would be for the best. Although I would like to skip Lucien's constant pampering. Guess it's not the time for jokes right now. In Actaeon and I's infinite wisdom, we forgot that we called Eugene to the infection scene. Actaeon had to leave and call Lucien to fill him in on the situation. When I said I didn't want to spend the rest of my day huddled at home, I didn't have this in mind. I would wash up the blood, but last time I washed before the examination, Eugene got pissed at me. Or at least I think he got mad. It's kind of hard to tell his emotions, but I picked up some clues. Here. Hey. No. I turned around. Is someone there? Here. The voice is coming from... Oh. Slowly I stepped inside the room Eugene once showed me. Hey. Jeez, his voice is cracked. I didn't take Eugene's the type to dehydrate his subjects. But then again, knowing him, he probably forgot. He's trying to tell me something. What? Get me some I don't know how to do like a cracked voice. Some water. What should I do? Oh yeah, this is the option that I said was gonna like, sort of like, carry through. I said, hey guys, if you watch the tutorial, I lied. This next choice will affect your relationship with the cards to some extent. There's gonna be no LP points, but it'll affect his opinion of you further down. This is the only choice in prologue. Yeah, no other choices are like this. We could either get him some water and ignore him. For the sake of it, we're gonna get him some water. So now, get water is like true now. I guess it wouldn't hurt to grab him some water. Sure, just give me a sec. Now, I swear to God, there was a water dispenser somewhere around here. Ah, right here. I told you already. It's beep beep. Someone seems to be having an intense conversation in the other room. Let's not do this again. And that's final. Wait a damn minute. I know that voice. I have other it's Lucien. I have other matters to attend to. I'm warning you if there will be consequences. It's Lucien. I don't think I've ever heard him sound so fierce before. I wonder what's going on. But before I could check, he hung up. He'll surely leave the room soon. I better hurry up and grab the water before he sees me. Hey, I got your water. I slid the cup through the chute. I'm not sure, it should be like a little door, you know, like you slide like food through. I don't know what that's called. Is it a chute? I don't know. The Eling hurriedly gulps it down. What was that? My name is Icarus. Thanks for the water, I guess. No problem? You better be going now. Someone is walking towards this room. Right. Goodbye then. Best to wipe that blood quickly too. Oh, right. Thank you. Goodbye. Bye. Not long after I stepped outside, Eugene came in. I think he started by my appearance, though I didn't have much of a choice in the matter. No need for samples. He's talking about like blood samples. Washed. Okay, maybe I should have washed it off. Cause like, okay, that's what he meant right here was like, he doesn't like to talk much, but it's like, you know when you have like an normal like evening and it's blood splashed on you, like MC, they didn't want to wash it off because they thought like Eugene might want samples, but Eugene was at the scene of the exploded evening, so technically he already had blood samples already, so he doesn't really need like, you know, the blood samples on MC's body. You get what I mean? So yeah. Okay, maybe I should have washed it off. Wash carefully, don't get any in your nose, eyes, ears, or mouth. You know, when I decided to like the default name for the MC, I considered writing, this person was too lazy to give a name, but I decided against it. Right, you get a scan? Is it that serious? There he goes again. Guess there's no use asking anymore. I better just do what he says. Please, stay still. Okay, I can't even hear the sound effects, but there should be like a beeping, like a really like soft beeping sound effect right here. That beeping sound. For some reason, I feel like I heard it before. Do you hear that thumping? What the hell? I've gotten scans before, but this feels different. I swear to God, I hear a thumping noise. And it's like, every time it thumps, like the output is like increasing. So I don't know if you guys hear that. Even before I joined security, I think I had a high fever, though I'm not exactly sure. Was I here before? Like, you hear that? It's supposed to be a beeping noise. I don't know why it's a thumping noise. Well, I guess it works out either way, but still. It's finished. So, how's the MC name? Are you okay? Jesus Christ, that scared me. Somehow I'm getting deja vu. Sorry, I came late. I had something to take care of. Right, is acting okay? Lucien looks over at Eugene, who slowly nods. He's okay. Phew, that's 2 scares in one day. You really have a knack for getting yourself in trouble, huh? How the hell was I supposed to know that thing would explode? Regardless, I'm glad you're still okay, surviving in your luck skill. Still, what? I'll have you know that this is all skill. If I may. What is it? Even if eviling blood enters the body to the head, there's still a relatively low chance of infection. The bacteria, or let's call it the mother cell, needs to infect other cells in the brain in order for her offspring to strive within the body. Mere mutated blood cells entering through the head gives it a chance for infection, but it's not always guaranteed. So perhaps you could say it's luck. Ugh, did he do that on purpose or what? Hear that? Luck. But after hearing that, I should really invest in more protective headgear for the Ministry of Security, huh? Have I ever seen any members of the defense field agents show symptoms of evil mutations? It's entirely possible. I don't think I've seen it happen before. Well, since I can't trust you to walk home, just take my car and... Ma'am, you can't go inside. This is your restricted property, not open to the public. Shit. Prime Minister, you can't do this. Who the hell? Get out. Okay, that's not good enough. He said, get out. There we go, that's better. Minister, this is highly inappropriate. President Trump made it clear the members of the Ministry of Affairs is forbidden from stepping foot inside the Ministry of Science. Regardless, you can't just cover up something this big. Minister, please step outside. The case will not go public, and that is final. There will be no interview with Actdown or MC Name. But, Minister, get out. I will not say it again. Eugene looks pissed. I don't think I've ever seen him shake like this. It looks like he's about to stab that syringe through any second now. Comes to think of it, I do remember in a part of the district laws where it states the Ministry of Affairs is forbidden from coming in here. Maybe I should intervene. I do have a security agent badge after all. Minister, I pulled out my agent badge. If you refuse to step outside in the next 3 seconds, I'm going to have to apprehend you on behalf of the Ministry of Security. Not until the Prime Minister agrees to make the abnormal eviling case public. The public needs to know about this. The what? I looked over at Lucien. That's not going to happen. At this point, security finally arrives and escorts her out. Ma'am, please come with us. It's not over. Let me go. Chief Executive, I apologize. I'll request to send more agents to guard the Ministry of Science. Eugene nodded. Now, excuse me. Eugene proceeds to excuse himself. What the hell was that? Lucien, you got some explaining to do. What the hell just happened? That's nothing you should trouble yourself over. It's time for you to go home, take my car, Acta, and we'll drive you back. Wait, Lucien? Why do you get so defensive about this all of a sudden? Let's go. Lucien, hey, Lucien! Hey, what the hell was that? Why did Lucien get so defensive about the matter being exposed to the public? Too much paperwork. You and I both know that's not true. going on, isn't it? And I have a feeling you know it too. So what if I do? I'm not obligated to tell you, nor do I plan to. There's a reason the Prime Minister is keeping this from you. I want to keep pestering him for answers, but I don't want to sound too annoying. Besides, maybe I'm freaking out over nothing. Maybe he has better plans in mind. Lucian has never done really anything shady, so put a little faith in him, will ya? I suppose you're right. Why is that in parentheses? That should not be in parentheses. Never mind. I need to change that. They're saying this. I suppose you're right. No use getting worked up over a small matter. But still, that doesn't really explain why Lucian was acting so weird towards Eugene. More security to a place with dangerous chemicals and serums production is quite understandable, but for a second I thought who was the actual Prime Minister there. Why was Eugene shaking like that? No use dwelling on things. I'm sure I'll figure it out if it gets too serious. And now you're in the POV of the Affairs Minister because you need to do it to understand, I guess. Well, actually, I could have skipped this, but one of the important scenes in the script is to see the actual car crash. So, well, I just exposed it, but that bastard Lucian, he must be hiding something. Either way, I'll expose his little plans. If I can't enter the Ministry of Science, I'll find some other way. Isn't that his younger sibling and his secretary getting in the car? Perfect timing. If I could follow them, then surely the opportunity will arrive when I could speak to them. Not to mention expose what they're up to. They went that way. And there's the engine noise. I can't stop the car. What's going on? The brakes! And then to be continued. And that concludes the demo of Luxury and Poison. I thank you very much for playing this game. The full game is not even close to being finished. Actually, to be more precise, I have not even started on the... Well, actually, I have a lot of side characters and everything prepared, but I just don't... all I need to do is write the script, I guess. The actual script. But still, I hope you enjoyed it, and I do have most of the important parts of the storyline written, so look forward to the full release, whenever that is. In the meantime, roll credits. Oh my god, I always wanted to do this with the credits. Just watch. Credits. And it's just all me. It's just all me. I think I forgot to add the credits for the writing of the story, but that is also me as well. So coding, all credits goes to me. Music is the only thing that's by other people, and yeah. And here's the thing I wanted you guys to check out. So first we have this, right? The moving one, and it zooms out and it's this is the original non-moving image. And we have one for Eugene as well, like this. And one for Icarus. For some reason, Icarus is the one that glitches the most. I don't know why. It might be the fact that it's I had to zoom in a lot, so yeah. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this one's the one that's the most glitchy. And we have Actaeon. Yep. And we have the info sheets. Yeah. I also added a lot of stuff into the about section if you want to read that. So yeah, look forward to Final Game again. The link to this game is in the in the description. I hope you enjoy it, and please wait an hour or so after this stream, because I will be changing all the typos and stuff. So yeah, all right. I would talk more about other stuff, but like I said, this stream is mainly for me to upload it the video onto itch.io, so I can't really talk much. But yeah. Thank you for the playthrough, and I'll see you guys next time. Won't be I won't be lingering much. I hope you like my new model, well, my improved models. But yeah.